We're docked.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
It was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs.
And desire
right
for
here.
wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself,
Before you get pissed,
Jasper
I've got my
Crick.
hands full.
Good evening, Mr.
Jasmine,
Cricks.
sweet.
Good evening, Gail.
I'm trying to give a
Thank
tour
you for
here. So you want to tell me
accepting
why those damn
my
doors are
invitation.
sealed?
It's called
Yes,
a malfunction.
well,
You know,
being
that thing
blindfolded
I
and
spend
then
most of my day
grabbed
dealing
to
with.
what appears
Believe
to be
me,
an
my people
abandoned
are on
mining
it.
facility
Have a
isn't
little
exactly
faith
what I
for
call
once.
an invitation.
Aww.
Well,
And you
I'm sure you're not
always,
surprised at
Angel.
your request for an interview.
This
would
here's
come with some
Jasmine.
very specific
You need anything for your ship?
conditions.
She's got you covered.
Frankly, I was
We
a
hit
bit
up the
surprised to
depot next
receive
since
any
these
type of
doors
response
have
at
given
all.
out on us.
Would you mind telling
So
me why
anyway,
you
we were
decided
talking
to
about
do
the
this
Lock.
interview?
About 100 years
Because there
ago,
comes a time in
prisoners
every
down there
pirate's
rioted
life
and
where
took over
they have
the
to make an
place.
extremely important
After
decision.
stealing some ships, they were actually able to
They
make it up
take a leap
here and
become
took
one of the
over
most
the Key.
legendary pirates in history, or do they simply
I was getting
spar
tired of
on,
trading with the
subsisting on
same old
freighters and
faces.
deep space
You're
privateers?
just ticked everyone's getting
So
wise
are
to
we
your
to
ridiculous
assume that you are
prices,
taking the
Aludra.
leap? That Jasper Crick
Anyway,
is moving
welcome
on
to the
to
depot,
bigger and
Rook,
better
where
things
you'll be
in
lucky
his
if these
life.
blood-sucking leeches
That's
don't
spot
bleed you
on,
completely
Gail.
dry.
That's exactly why you're here.
It's not our fault that people don't
Interesting.
appreciate how much it
Well,
costs to
then,
get
would you
untraceable
mind
merchandise
sharing
onto
with
the
us
Key.
exactly what your
Maeve is just
particular
whining
leap
because she
entails?
thinks she lost a ton of cash
In due
selling us a
time.
shipment of gear.
There's no
She
rush.
should have done her homework.
In fact, I'd
Yeah,
say we have
sure,
at least
laugh
12
it
hours
up.
before the authorities
I'll remember
trace
that
this
next time I
broadcast.
need something from
Plenty
you
of time to
cheapskates.
discuss whatever you
Let's
like.
move on.
Oh,
Back to my story.
all right then. Perhaps
After
the
the
best place
liberated
to start
prisoners
this
grabbed the
interview would
Key,
be
they
at the
established
beginning of
it
your
as a base
career.
of operations and
Please,
began pirating the
proceed.
spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
Don't even try to rip me off.
Got Radley from the trade
value
authority.
when I see it.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything. This is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Exactly the lengths we're willing to go to protect ourselves. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. Fine by me. There's plenty of others who do. You do less, you make less. It's a pretty simple equation. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome.
recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time? Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System. Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting. I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for. And I suppose it can't possibly wait until we get down there? Fine. What is it? There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece. Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Creeks was in prison for almost 5 years. And judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind him and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that. It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line. The UC built the Lock as a supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the Lock and eventually the key. Fine, then get moving.
Ships released. Let's go. Everything checks out. Landing initiative.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Yeah? We will see. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right, listen up because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping. How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Fine, fine. Go on. Leave me. Just be sure and thaw me out when you return.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving. Here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The lock.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now. It's freezing out here.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much better once we are inside. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go. First time I have been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Couldn't be simple.
You stick down here, Del.
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Crix to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Mathis. It's history. Remember that. Now, keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. Registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that?
Huh?
Even worse, let's go!
Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about 1 kilometer away. Hallelujah. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
This is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. I had a feeling you'd be on board. Okay, here's my plan. Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Playing it safe, huh? I can respect that. But you better have me back when I make me move. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Okay, Zouch. What the hell was so important that you had to drag me all the way out of A Block at this hour?
You know Jasper Crick's over in D Block? He's busting out of here, and he wants me to join him.
Crick really thinks he can bust out of the lock?
By now.
Why the hell am I just hearing about it now?
Crick's only told the few people he trusts. He even told us to keep it to ourselves. He'll cut our throats.
Then why the hell are you telling me?
Come on, I gotta explain this. It's because I like you, Rickard. I want you to come with me. We've been meeting in this storeroom for months to, well, you know. I was hoping we had something a little more than that.
Damn,
There's gotta be a way out of this goddamn place.
Didn't know you cared that much. You give me the signal and I'll... Wait, I forgot to turn off the recording.
Recording? What the hell, Rickard?
Is anyone there?
We never meet down here this late. I thought you were gonna kill me, right?
You can.
Kill you? God, no. I love you.
Is anyone up
All
there?
right? You gotta make me say it. Shit.
I'm sorry, baby. Here, let me turn the thing off and I'll apologize.
Use the intercom up there if you can.
I bet those things are crawling right behind the walls.
Anyone still alive up there? Can either of you hear me? So the two of you made it, huh? Well, brush the dust off and listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Cricks. You both got that? Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
And here I thought we were going to be doing something fun, like rob a bank or something.
After action report, Guard Bryant reporting. The shuttle bay techs were complaining about hearing some type of banging or scraping on the access doors, so we were sent to investigate. We headed to the surface and immediately engaged some indigenous creatures that had been burrowing through the ice. We managed to drive them off, but I'm certain they'll be back. Fortunately, our squad only suffered minor injuries. First we deal with all the maintenance issues at the lock, and now this. If this keeps up, I'm gonna request a transfer.
What's that over there? Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block. We should check it out. What I wouldn't give for a space heater. So have you thought about what I've said? Yeah, well, too bad. We're talking, so spit it out. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? You've got a point. All right, I'll follow your lead for now. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Been in a few slams yourself, I see. Okay, I'll follow your lead. Cell D03118. Okay. That's a place to start, I guess. UC must have burned some serious cash.
071. The mining crew tells me it'll take them
100 years old.
So
It's amazing this entire place hasn't collapsed by now.
When the tunnel reaches the armory, I'll get my people to start a riot. When you hear the fireworks go off, get your ass to the shuttle bay. We'll get one shot at this. This gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the legacy. You report any of this to the guards, well, you know what'll happen.
At the lock, and the place is continuing to go downhill. We've been dealing with heating malfunctions, communications issues with the key, faulty electronics, and unpredictable surface conditions. How this place manages to function at all is anyone's guess. No one's bearing the brunt of this more than the inmates. Normally, I wouldn't give a damn about them, but this is downright inhumane. I'm starting to get nervous that we're going to have a riot on our hands if conditions don't improve. I've been half a dozen inmates. It was hard to tell. We almost had it under control when one of them stuck a shiv into my leg. Luckily, the other guards dragged me out of there before he finished the job. Seems like the genius who designed this place didn't realize that the inmates would start carving weapons out of the permafrost. So now I'm cold, I'm tired, and my leg hurts like hell. Great way to start my first tour at this dump.
I was about to give up. Use the intercom. We need to talk. ¿Qué carajos took you so long? Use the warden's intercom near the window. I have been waiting. Pick up on the intercom. I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I'm the only one left. Damn creatures finished off the rest of my people. But finding the legacy, that is going to make their sacrifice worthwhile. I don't know. Looks like some kind of a security office or something. It doesn't matter. Did you find anything or not? I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right people for the job.
Yup, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that Mathis? Tell him to shut up so I can think.
Yeah, sorry, Del. You go right ahead.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. I don't care if you are finished or not. I want that information about Grixis' legacy in my hands. After that, you can come back down to Suvorov and dig through the snow to your heart's content. Okay, let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating the icing process. Please stand by.
Yup, that's got it. Might take a while though. Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
Hey, look, well, I wanted to thank you for not being a jerk and hounding all the glory on this run. That's true. Well, thanks all the same. Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened. Yeah, of course, don't worry, I'm good for it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand it over. Demanding the credits up front, huh? You're learning, Rook. You are learning. Don't worry. You finish the job, and you will get paid. But first, I need to sample the merchandise.
Translation. Give him what you found before he puts a hole in your chest.
That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. And the recording that you found proves that it is out there. All we have to do is find it. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva. This isn't hard.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual. Good, because that is exactly what you are going to be doing. Neva and I are too well known to walk around the starliner without being recognized. If Trident security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials. Don't be stupid. You gotta look at the big picture. We do this right, and we are all getting paid for this job. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to let him join the fleet. Fair enough. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokov does not need to know anything about Griggs' legacy. For now, it's just between us. Now get out of here.
Hey, Rook, before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
If you have any last questions about the job, ask them now.
Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me out to Delgado and telling him how much I pitched in. That was pretty damn cool. If he would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Appreciate that. And look, if you ever need anything, an extra gun or whatever, I got your back.
I think we will be quite capable of managing by ourselves, thank you.
You just, take care of yourself out there.